It's very hard to keep your eyes on the road when you just want to look at these monsters. I'm so glad I'm videoing it. Okay, so we are just getting ready to hit the road again tomorrow for another 5 or 6 days. This time we're going to head down the Waiarapa. Nick's just putting in some fuel. I have just had new tyres put on my bike. I'm very excited about that. They're the same as Nick's, so hopefully they should give some better handling on gravel roads and no more fishtailing, which will be awesome. They are German Continentals. Don't ask me what the specifics are. The front one is really quite knobbly. Tomorrow we hit the road again. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're squinting in the sun again. We are heading off for a few days down to the Waiarapa. It is around almost 8 o'clock in the morning, so we've got an early start and we're gonna try and find breakfast somewhere along the way.
Looks like Taupo.
It's cold this morning, 8 degrees. I'm layered up. Merino, down jacket, summer jacket, so I can strip off later. Let's go.
When you put your hand in my jacket, I'm thinking so irrational. You flew me international now. And we can spend hours reading the signals, but that's so unoriginal. What if we took this back to my house? Under all these lights.
Breakfast time.
Morning.
And we are having eggs, bacon, hash brown, tomato and ciabatta. And that was $19.50, I think. Lake's just in the background. We'll go past that in a minute.
I just feel like you need to know. I don't wanna feel like we're wasting time. Tell me, should I go and call up a taxi? We can make out for a play in the backseat. Please tell me now how that all sounds. You can sleep in while I make breakfast, watch cartoons and talk about exes. And if you're happy, stick around. I just feel like this is worth the risk. I never felt a fire like this. If I told you I was ready right this minute.
More roadworks. It does feel like the whole country is one big roadworks. We were just having the conversation that, as we used to say when we were farming, there'll always be a slow cow. So over that way we've got the Kaiparoro, beautiful mountain range, and then that way we have Mount Ruahine. So 220 kilometres of state highway, and we're finally turning off onto some rural roads. We are going to take the Manawatu Scenic Route, which will take us along the base of the Ruahine Ranges and through some beautiful rural Manawatu.
I don't got
on the Ruahine Drive, the Manawatu Scenic Drive, and found a beautiful picnic spot in the middle of nowhere. The only people again. We're just going to have our $4 sandwiches for lunch. Yeah.
Started off a little chilly this morning.
I think it was 8 degrees when we
8 degrees,
first
yeah.
left.
Okay.
So,
And we've both had a couple of extra layers on, which we're now peeling off.
yeah. Lunch. And our $4 sandwiches. So this is our view. Really very stunning.
See down it?
Yeah. Is a reserve called the Dress Circle. It was called the Dress Circle by early settlers because the surrounding cliff looks like the Dress Circle in a theatre. So we're just going to hop on our bikes and head off there now. Nowhere in the Ruahine Dress Circle. Oh wow, there really is a swimming hole down here. Oh, it's incredible. It's like an actual swimming pool. I just need to be careful because otherwise I will fall over. Could you just hold my hand while I just climb down? Thank you. You know me, I'm not very sure-footed. Cool. Thank you. What a beautiful place.
Wow.
If it was the afternoon, I think we'd be tempted to go and have a swim. It's very hard to keep your eyes on the road when you just want to look at these monsters. I'm so glad I'm videoing it. So I have been on reserve for 66 kilometres now, 2.3 litres, so it'll be interesting to see how much fuel my bike takes. I had half a litre left then. Just a minute. Right. So 16.5 litres, $43.46. And that was 470 kilometres so far. Okay, so we have got a room in Martinborough, the last room in Martinborough, and it is very nice indeed. This is at the Martinborough Hotel. We managed to get it for a special deal. Now the Martinborough Hotel is quite iconic, really old building. Wow, I think this is my ideal bathroom. Real retro with a modern shower. So this is the Martinborough Hotel. How cute is that? Such a lovely place. And we are just going to have a walk around. It's lovely.
Deciding whether we're going to go and get some white bread and cheese from Foursquare, or actually
we are not going to go and get white cheese.
Get beans on toast.
We are going to find somewhere nice to eat.
I could have slept here on the bench.
So we got to a stage where we had done the Masterton track and we didn't know where we were going, and we kind of panicked, and then we decided to come here, and then Nick took us on some really awesome back roads, twisty roads past the windmills, and then I went on to reserve, and then I was on reserve still after 70 k's, and there was no petrol stations, and I was starting to panic a bit, but it was all good in the end. So anyway, we came to Martinborough and there was one room left, and we managed to snag it because apparently there is like a vintage car thing this weekend or something.
Are you sure that that's what's going on?
No, I'm not. That's pure conjecture.
There are enough here
That's
that
what
we
I was
can
going
pretend
to
there is
say.
one.
Right, so we're going to sign off for the night. Tomorrow we're heading off to Kaiparoro, but we will tell you about that in the morning.
Catch you later. I'm going to brush my hair now because I look like I had a mop on.